Hi, everyone. This is Adrienne from Fame Consulting. So I have a very relevant topic for you today, the 1099K form. So you may have heard that this is coming out for 2022. So what does that mean? In 2023, expect to receive a slew of these in the mail or online. 1099K form basically reports receipts that you get from like credit card processors or payment processors like Stripe, like Square, like PayPal, Etsy, eBay. New legislation went into effect that is requiring them to send these out and report anyone who receives more than $600. So that's a pretty low bar, especially for small businesses or, anyone that's really kind of transacting business online. So if you receive more than $600 from any of these platforms, they have to send you a 1099K form. So what does that mean? Well, it means that they're reporting to the IRS how much you're receiving from your business. You will need to put that information on your tax returns, because if you exclude a whole set of income, or you exclude receipts from one platform, maybe you're on several different websites, you're on Shopify, you're on Etsy, and you exclude one and include another, well, Shopify already reported to the IRS how much you received there. So this could create a situation where there are amounts that the IRS is aware of and they're not seeing it on your tax return. Maybe it was an error or an honest mistake, but they're aware of it. This could result in them adjusting your return. This could create some type of discrepancy or delay for processing your return. So this is new. So there's always going to be a hiccup or just a learning curve. But what I'm recommending is go to your different online platforms, make sure that your information is up to date. Make sure that you are aware and looking out for these things, because it'll be important when it comes to reporting this information. So I got this email from an accounting platform that I use called Wave, and I thought it was really interesting. So what they are bringing to, my attention, and what I will be sharing with my clients, is that you actually need to understand what the impact is for you. So you need to actually change your way of revenue recognition. So how you report your revenue, because of the 1099Ks that are coming out for 2022. So depending on how your systems are set up or how you do your, online payment processing, you may normally record net revenue net of any processing fees or refunds issued. Because of the change and now the 1099K is coming out, you're going to actually have to report it gross. So that means that you need to report the number before any processing fees are taken out. So that could be like your, merchant processor, your credit card processing fees. Maybe it's like 3% or whatever the percentage is. You need to figure out what that is and add it back in. And then if you had any refunds, you need to add that back in. And then you'll actually report those separately, because what we're going to want to see is that the 1099Ks match your tax return. So when you do your bookkeeping, hopefully you're doing your bookkeeping, and you normally see the number after fees and refunds are already taken into place, you'll now have to add an extra step to add in, okay, what were the processing fees? Let me add those in. What were the refunds? Let me add those back in and get the gross number, so that what's in the 1099K will match what's in your tax return. So that's an added step. There may be other changes that you might have to make, but now is the time to start asking these questions and really just getting up to speed on what will be the changes and impact on me and my bookkeeping, my tax reporting for 2022. You don't want to wait till January, February, March, April. We don't want to wait till the last second to start understanding what needs to change, what needs to be reported. Start asking the questions now and be proactive. So connect with me, connect with your tax preparer, ask the questions to figure out, oh, do I need to change something now? Do I need to go back and, fix certain things from January for 2022 and, get everything up to speed, create a new process? Ask those questions now. That way, by the time you get to December, you don't even have a headache, right? You already are doing what you need to do to have the right information so that when you do process your return or, file your tax return, you don't have any delays, discrepancies, or hiccups. The IRS is already super behind in processing returns, so we don't want to add any additional discrepancies or things that will now further slow down the process. So again, like and subscribe. Please, please, please reach out if you have any questions. Leave a comment below. If anything wasn't clear, you need a further breakdown, let's schedule an appointment. Let's talk through this and figure out what makes sense for your business. Again, all of the information I provide is very general. Your facts and circumstances may be different. This is why I always recommend make an appointment. Figure out what applies to you directly. A lot of people go on YouTube thinking that it's a one-stop shop. You'll get general information, but you always need to figure out what applies to you. Meet with a professional, let them understand your facts and circumstances, and let them give you a recommendation. So, especially with taxes, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. You want to make sure you're doing it right and that you understand what's happening along the way. So please, please, please like and subscribe. Reach out if you have any questions. I hope this information was helpful. Again, this is not going to be an exhaustive list of what you need to look out for, but it's meant to start the conversation and bring some awareness as to what's coming down the pipeline for you. So hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next week.